lot of people are saying the ECBP C923 might be whiskey of the year. Is it a bunch of hype? If you want to find out, then stick around. So my ECBP story is I got to go to dinner with Bernie Lubbers, who's the National Brand Ambassador for Heaven Hill.
Okay.
Teaches people about bond regulations, how important it's been for the development of whiskey in the U.S., how it helped us get out of prohibition, all that stuff. And since I had him cornered, I was like, hey, we've been doing Elijah Craig single barrels for a while. Mm-hmm. And you guys you let us taste them at barrel proof sometimes, right, but you water them down to 94 proof.
So this was a minute ago.
Yeah, and we're like, just let us do it at cash strength.
Sure.
And he said that the company wouldn't approve it because they were worried it was going to cannibalize the sales of their small batch barrel proofs. But lo and behold, they changed the rules, and it was a happy day for me. I don't know about you, because this is one of my favorite pours.
Yeah.
But now we've got a little bit of controversy because of the more recent release. I think it was the B, right? Yep. So what's the story with the age statement?
So B523 was the first time that I guess they'd broken the 12-year age statement. It's always been a 12-year, and there was a lot of I guess upset maybe, you know, from people seeing that they dropped it down. Obviously there's the concern with meeting the supply or the supply meeting the demand. And so anyway, I liked B. I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. Not my favorite necessarily, but now C's out, and we've gone the other direction.
We've gone a year up.
So now we're 17 months up. So we're 13 in 7 months.
Wow, okay.
And we've also kicked the proof back up.
Okay, so that's what caused the controversy. A lot of people are saying that C923, which it's like ECBP. C923, like I don't know, it like rhymes. I think it flows. I like it a little more.
Get on board with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been chanting it in my head. Yeah. All right, so we're at 133 proof. MSRP is $75.99 here in Texas. It's a 750 ml.
Thank God.
And we have a very interesting tasting setup for me.
Yep.
It's not blind for you.
Nope.
You know what's in the glasses, but I don't know which bottles are in this glass.
You know what's in, but not the order.
So we have the B.
So we've got B523. We've got C923, and then I haven't had the one that you had thrown in, but it was a B519.
So okay, so I have a bunch of old, from 2017, right?
Yeah.
And he said, "What's your favorite?" And I said, "My favorite that I've got is B519."
So we're throwing that in the mix.
So I got my favorite. We've got the C923, and then the one that everyone was poo-pooing on, and I'm going to rank them up.
Yep. So we'll see if your favorite reigns supreme.
All right. Well, let's taste them up. Okay.
So, what do you think?
This was a lot harder than I thought it'd be. These whiskeys are just so big on the palate.
Yeah.
And there's enough heat. It's easy to blow your palate out pretty quick.
Yep.
And so my initial reaction was the nose was the best on glass number 2, the one that's in the middle.
Why is that?
It just had a little bit more sweetness to it.
Okay.
So when I smelled glass 1, I got a little bit more smoke. When I smelled glass 2, I got a little bit more like vanilla.
Okay. And
made it was more balanced on the nose.
Yeah.
And then number 3 seemed like kind of in between the two. And so when I tasted them, I tasted them out of order. The third glass that I tasted was the middle glass. And immediately my palate was like, oh, that was way better than 1 and 3. Way better.
Yeah.
And then as I went back, and because I always do this because I don't want my palate to be influenced by the previous pour, I started moving around and everything got real hazy. So, but as I've tasted back through them, I've tried to refresh my palate with water once. I think I'm going to stick with my original assessment, and that I am the middle glass is number 1 for me. The third glass, the one on y'all's far left, this one is number 2 for me, and the first glass on y'all's far right is number 3 for me.
Okay.
So
I'm similar. Definitely, this one to me falls behind. Again, I know what they are.
Okay.
These two I had a harder time with. This one was, It was very well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit more sweetness from it, but I did feel like this one had a little bit more complexity to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm with you on that.
Okay.
So do you have any idea which one's which?
I don't have a clue. I mean, I'd like to think that the one that pissed everyone off was the one that we liked the least.
You are correct.
Okay, all right. So there's that. And then
There was just I didn't get smoke, but I got like a heavy like kind of nuttiness to it. It didn't carry along. Like I got a lot of confectioner sugar kind of.
You know what? Now that you mention it, that's what pushed 2 above 3 for me.
Was the confectioner kind of sugar?
Yeah, the sweetness on 2 balanced it out, and number 3 had a little too much of a nutty note that popped out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So
if I had to guess, I would say that this one is C923, the one that I like the most, and this one is mine from 2019.
You are correct, and I felt that the reason, I mean, they were hard for me, but because I love oak, a well-aged bourbon is right up my alley, and so is it significant? No, but I can definitely taste a little bit more of that like sweet cherry oak on the C923, and again, maybe it's the fact that I already knew what it was, and as you can see, B523 I got on release, and I got this one 2 weeks ago, and
they're the same fill level.
I've been doing a little damage on it, so obviously I'm a little partial to this one.
Sure,
but they're all fantastic, but the C923 is definitely a cut above.
So I feel like the movie Dumb and Dumber, right? When he trades the van, and he's like, just when I thought you couldn't get any stupider, you go do something like this and totally redeem yourself. And so,
So not when they turn down the bikini ladies.
No, not that part. But like I feel like if Heaven Hill got some heat for this. They have redeemed themselves.
No, it's
C923. It's a good bottle.
It's very good. So where are you at if you had to rate it?
This one's going to be in the low 90s for me. If I had to rate all 3, I'd probably give a 92 to the and my scores are typically higher than Aaron's, so just keep that in mind. But this is in the world class level of bourbon for me.
I think once we get up to like that level, though, I feel like we're a lot more similar. I feel like it's kind of down more on like the dailies.
Yeah, the dailies.
You might be a little higher, but because I think I'd be with you on that. I think it's probably around a 92 if I had to give it a rating.
And I'd probably back off that for the B519 to maybe a 90, and then this one I'd be like a 87 or 8.
Yeah, I'm probably like 85, 89, 92. So
okay, we're right in there.
Pretty close. So
so that's a rating on a 100-point scale at $75.99. Are you a buy or pass?
All day.
Buy all day. Every time you see one.
A case of it.
Yeah, if you can bunker it. It's so good.
I don't know what secondary is running necessarily, but if it's
this isn't a drinker. Who cares about secondary?
I'd pay $120 for it.
Okay, all right. I like that. I can't play that game right now because.
Don't go crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying if I bought, I've got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
If I ran out and I was desperate, because I do like it that much. I mean, I think I would entertain, 100, maybe slightly over.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you tuning in, and we're going to ask. Okay, we want you to like, subscribe,
please
ring the bell so that you get notified when there's new videos, and you're going to want to do that.
Well, what are we doing?
Because we're going to do giveaways.
Okay.
Yeah. So this week, I think what we should do is just do a big sample pack.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
We have a ton of Elijah Craig barrel proofs that span from 2017 up to the latest release.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do a big old 2-ounce sample pack so you can recreate this experience with your friends at home. And all you have to do to enter is go down to the video description and fill out the link that's in there. And we also want you to like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and throw in a comment. That helps the channel get exposure to other people who might also love it. And if you enjoyed the content, share it with your other whiskey-loving friends. So, and if you thought that this was a cool video, we'd like to tell you how to support us. So first off, Bourbon Real Talk has a Patreon, and you can go check us out at Bourbon Real Talk Plus on Patreon. There's a link in the description. You can also buy our merch. We have some really awesome merch. We've got bottle carrying bags, aroma kits to help you develop your palate, t-shirts. We have these custom glasses that we had designed that kick the crap out of the glass that you're probably drinking out of
good.
while you were
Even
watching
at
this
the size,
video.
I mean, they're fantastic. If you're having bourbon night for you bring your buddies over, and last one I had guys grabbing the rocks glasses. It was just like, whoa, like we got a lot of bourbon to go through,
right?
And so the smaller glasses and these, because of the the opening, man, I really think they're great.
They just made a lot of the ethanol burn, so they're great.
Yeah.
So check out the merch, and then the last way that you can support us is we know each other because we both work in real estate. I'm an agent, he's a loan officer. So if you are looking for a real estate transaction to happen in Houston or Dallas metro areas, I'm your guy. And what states do you do loans in?
Texas, obviously,
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Florida, and Colorado.
Yep, and that is it. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, and as always, we love you, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.